Hello and welcome to Clipping In. It's Monday the 23rd of December and I'm on the mountain bike. Time for the specialised chisel comp for a little circuit that I'm doing in the area of Bretton Hall and that magical region between Barnsley, Wakefield and Huddersfield. Heading down now towards Bretton Hall. Some beautiful views from here. The light's a bit unusual today. It was quite sunny at 9, but then we seem to run out of sunshine, and I think there's rain forecast for somewhere around midday. Red sky at morning. Shepherd's warning. Shepherd or sailor? Take your pick. They've been warned anyway. I've no idea today how muddy these trails are going to be. Had some pretty heavy rain over the weekend, plus some fairly serious gales. So expect anything really. Edge of Bretton Hall now, former campus of Leeds University. Little family group ahead. Oh, thank you. Yeah, a few branches down, but nothing major yet. Remember to duck. I always overduck. I'm not a basketball player, but it's best to be on the safe side. Right. Now, as far as I know, most of the sculpture park is footpath only. You're not allowed to cycle through it. This is the only through bridleway that I know of. I do.
Right.
Just past the former Hoyland church. Heading to the village with the same name. Left turn. This looks like New Town Macadam. Whoa! Can't believe it. Well, I'll soon see. There's a section in about a mile that's normally on a road bike, a real puncture parade. So if that's been resurfaced, whoopee. Just starting to rain, by the way. Well, it's not a completely new surface, but they've covered all the worst parts. I'm staggered. Barnsley Council, we salute you. After Cannon Hall, I turned onto what I know as the Denbydale Road, and now I'm turning off that main road for a little loop up towards Hoyland Swain. I have a feeling the next section is going to be a bit muddy. Came on here in April and it was so muddy I had to walk a couple of sections, and I have a feeling today is going to be the same. Oh dear. Nice and steady. Here we go. Casualty of the recent winds. This will be a lift and a carry. Oh, blimey. Well, I bet that's interesting footage. I tried to stay upright, but good grief. I'm back onto the Denbydale Road that I mentioned earlier. The muddy bridleway did not disappoint. Good grief. I must have walked nearly half of it. There's deep, waterlogged clay mud with fresh leaves, sort of 3 or 4 inches of leaves on top, plus branches. Oh, good grief. Got this road now for less than a mile, and there's a nice bridleway forks off to the right. Denby Hall Lane. So steady tarmac, fairly steep to the active farms, and then it turns into a bridleway. Lovely fresh smell. I enjoy these multi-surface rides now and again. Nearly topping out now. Tarmac road in a few hundred metres. Near that Sainsbury's van. Yeah. Horsegate. Now then. Just coming back into High Hoyland again. Past the cherry tree. Closing the circuit now. I'm guessing this loop will be about 12 or 13 miles, the off-road part. The ride's going to be somewhere in the low 40s of miles from home. Just dropping back into the sculpture park now. When this is dry you can really let rip on here, but I noticed this morning there were, on the ascent, there were quite a few slippery parts, so I'm covering. I mean, I'm no mountain biker, and I can go months often without touching any off-road stuff, but then I just fancy it and think, yeah, and I do the most easy, boring to a mountain biker, least technical ground, but it's just great for a change to get out into green space, sections where you don't have a car on your shoulder, and just occasionally you remember how to steer a little bit more. Steady climb now to get out of the grounds of Bretton Hall. I'm feeling back to normal now with regard to that virus. This is technically 4 weeks from beginning the symptomatic stage, what we might call phase 1. And I would say at about the 3-week point I was more or less back to normal. But I'm just playing safe, not doing anything too demanding, really till year's end now. Nothing over 4 hours until I get to New Year, and then see how I cope with that. Well, that's the off-road section out of the way. I'm guessing it's, yeah, 12 to 13 miles. I've got about 15 or 16 miles now back, all roads, so I'm not going to film that. I don't know in these conditions with this camera if we're going to see Emily Moore in the background. Normally we get a nice view of it here, but you might not want to cooperate today, might be shy. Anyway, I won't dwell. I hope to try to keep this video fairly short, and then we've got the grand clipping in Christmas extravaganza to look forward to in true Morecambe and Wise tradition. I can't necessarily promise dancing newsreaders or Shakespearean actors doing comedy skits or even Shirley Bassey making a guest appearance, but I'll do my best and see what I can rustle up for the festive season. But for now, it's goodbye from this edition of Clipping In, and see you very soon back out on the Yorkshire roads. Bye bye.